our house. Thanks for coming to this Friday night rehearsal shindig. We'll get started in a couple minutes. My wife and housemates and cat are all here helping out. And if you're very welcome to come and go. If you have any questions, we can do a little talk back at the end. And Nicole is here moderating some comments. And this is a pretty small space. We moved. I feel like all I do in this pandemic is move furniture. I don't know if anyone else is having that experience. We moved furniture, but it's pretty tight. So there's some parts of the dance phrases that are just kind of a little awkwardly condensed. But and maybe we forget about what we're dealing with for a minute. I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. I had it set up and then I moved it around, of course. If nobody wants to sit here, I'm gonna move this one. Mm-hmm. All right, Percy's here. He'll probably come and dance right up in the middle, possibly at the most awkward time, so we'll see. Right, Percy? He's a ham. All right, I think we'll get started. Again, thanks for coming. The performance itself is about 55 minutes. And yeah, enjoy. Good. Are you ready?
Yeah, it was just a little dinky place, but the guy was really nice to the girls. I started going to this bar every night. It was like a thing with me. I just felt like I had found something. I was really delighted, ecstatic. Here were all these women, and I just knew in my mind that this was the thing I wanted. The law used to state that no bars can serve homosexuals because they were undesirable characters. Of course, it changed a lot since then.
Crowd together and Saturday night we take people back home to dance when dancing was frowned upon in those days.
Yeah, it was just a little dinky place, but the guy was really nice to the girls. The law used to state that no bar can serve
Is my head getting cut off?
homosexuals
Can you
because they were
continue it just a little
undesirable characters. Of course, it changed a lot since then. I just knew in my mind that this was the
Feel free
thing
to
I
adjust it
wanted.
whenever. I just went to the card catalog and I looked up lesbian. Well, first I looked up lessor and lesion, and then I looked up lesbian, and there was a book. I'm not going to check it out, of course, but I'm a fast reader and I got an hour before they close. The book says you can go to Greenwich Village in New York City any night of the week and find bars full of women drinking and dancing and talking together. The butch ones ask the femme ones to dance. I think the butches means the mannish ones, like that person we saw in the street that time, and my mother said something under her breath, and I never forgot about it. I have to figure out how to get to a city. That's me. I'm like her. Freshman year, before I came out, I read every gay book in my high school's library, mostly on Sundays when nobody was around. Now I'm writing my big junior year term paper, and I get to check out books from libraries all over the state. Imagine being somebody like me. Imagine finding a book about lesbians in 1955. This is We Walk Alone Through Lesbos' Lonely Groves by Anne Aldrich. It's nonfiction about lesbian life in New York City. The information in this book is that of the subjective insider. I hope to disclose facets of female homosexual life as I have known it.
There is no definition, no formula, no pattern that will accurately and completely characterize the female homosexual. She may be a sophisticated big city gay woman, or live with her ostensible roommate in a small town. She comes from the smoky slums of Pittsburgh, the boxed-in Lower East Side of New York City, or the open plains of Texas.
When I was a girl, around 8 years old or so, my neighbor was a girl a little bit older than me who was very strong, very appealing. We played together all the time, and I felt very natural in her arms. I think about her. I wonder if she'll show up in this place one of these days. And then when I first got my own place, I was visiting with some of the gals who lived upstairs with me, and I must have said something about not caring about boys or dates or whatnot, because one of them asked, "Are you gay?" And I said, "Well, I try to be as happy as I can under the circumstances." And they all sort of laughed, and I knew what they meant, but not really. A friend took me, a girl I knew at work. She was real mysterious about it. Wouldn't tell me where we were going or anything. Just made me come along with her. I don't know why. She must have seen something in me I didn't even see in myself. And then later she left town, but I just knew I had to go back there. I was always a good kid, and my mom started asking all the time if I got myself a young man. Because I was so scattered and secretive and had blushed like anything, which just made her more suspicious. But it wasn't a young man. It wasn't even a person. It was that place, those women. I finally got up the courage to go back there alone. I'm almost sweet 16 and never really been kissed. This fall, all the new people in the Gay Straight Alliance thought I was the S part in GSA. And my friends from other schools are like so much cooler than me. They all have shaved heads and piercings, and they go out with like a new person every week.
Join me in a journey to M's bar where the whole world is gay, filled to overflowing with female homosexuals. The butches move through the room like little boys who are old enough to wear long pants, but too young to shave. Feminine lesbians, made up like chorus girls, flirt with them, tease them, touch the collars of their shirts with long fingernails. Dark corners hide the hand holders and the couples who kiss each other lightly, furtively, for even M's bar must know some discretion, must be wary of a possible member of the Vice Squad in the mix.
No wonder I couldn't find one of these places on my own. One of the boyish ones. But before I can say anything, one of the dressed up gin, please. Rock. It's so obvious. I can't stay here. And she writes about them at all. Another book that I got from my term paper is this, mostly in the 1950s and 60s. You believe that there were lesbian bars and cities throughout because we're walking in the door of a place. They'll hit a fun too if it comes to it. Yeah, butches would try to protect us. The Sons would be the first ones, guys hanging around outside. They'd get in between you and them. An expression of women's autonomy and convention by usurping with their femmes, outraged society by creating a sex. The way they stand, walk their trousers, the way I knew I had to be kissed. I knew I wanted to be kissed, and not by a man. I just didn't know by who. And when my school friends started talking about boys, I worried that I didn't want what the other girls wanted, that I would never just look at somebody and know that I. Then one day, one of the glamorous ones introduces herself to me. Now I have a friend. Now I come and sit with Dorothy and her friends, and they tell me everything. Dorothy's Butch Jerry comes in and they dance, and it is so beautiful to watch. I want someone to look at me the way Jerry looks at Dorothy.
Let it bloom every night, lovely bloom and nothing break. Make it happy, let it sing like a nightingale.
I'll tell you about it, I guess. You'll hear it from one of these busybodies anyway. Sounds a little. Well, I can tell myself, I'm just gonna be polite. Not too friends, comfy, cozy. Meanwhile, Bobby's in the bedroom sleeping on the floor. Look at me and I turn and there's Janet in the doorway. It makes me feel alive. Jerry looks at me and sees me. Sees all of me. And well, my straight friends complain they can't even meet a boy, which fair enough, but we're surrounded by a girl and I can't girlfriend or a date to the prom. I told one of us from everybody we know from that group is reading Stone Butch Blues. Life was really like in these bars a little bit later in the 1960s and 70s. Violence via police raiding the bars, all told by a butch narrator who's some masculine of center, and they really identify with this narrator. That's so important. And I wonder why I can't find something like that. Why are all the femmes in this book like Florence Nightingale, Monroe, and Betty Crocker rolled into one? Why are there so many more interviews with butch subjects in this book than femmes? Why is Anne Aldrich so mean about femmes?
She were a heterosexual. The best way to describe a femme is to say that she seems always to be on the verge of womanliness. Cute little lady, her hands a little too thin, her makeup was overwrought, exaggerated, her speech affected, her effort.
There was no mistaking who were and why they were together. That was an essential piece of the equation. They exaggerated effects that's so misogynist. One time I was dancing with this tall, handsome girl. She fitted to the life. There's gotta be femmes, as an interject. But all the old femmes, they said, turned to men. Where are all the old femmes? They keep asking. Find this not actual replicas. They were filled with a deep lesbian language of dance, dress, gesture, love, courage, and autonomy. Butch femme was both a conspicuous flag of rebellion and we knew we were courting violence. But the song ends. She walks me back to my seat and says, "Thanks, sweetheart." Later, I saw her dance more than once with a tall, blonde girl, and I felt lonely. Once a woman held me in her arms, I knew what I wanted, and I missed it. I missed it hard. After a while, longing for something I never had, I asked Dorothy about it. How do you get someone to dance with you more than once? I didn't say it out loud, but I wanted to do things with a woman that bored me when I tried them with boys. Body language. Eye contact. You put yourself in a position where your best attributes are right there. And you don't just start talking to somebody. Say hello, then smile, and walk away. And when they're not looking, just pop up every time they go turn around. Smile, and walk away. First move by coming up to you. When we talk about it, even, but nice. Dorothy puts chain. Sure, that would be nice. once I have her attention, I still don't know what to do. We dance to some fast songs. Our brains are in, as if they don't have exactly the same parts as you and me. They hate themselves and they want it you. You think about how much I want to run home and set my every day. And if they try to act more cherished and yet devalued as well, they were not always trusted as the more flaky members of the Lesbian community. Where are all them? Women move away. Maybe they're shifted. And I guess people assume that a feminine person assigned female. I'm a femme? Because definitely I don't know what I'm doing. With her. I wanted to take care of her, but she wanted me to beck and call, always there to do what she wanted. Like her wife, without any of the benefits. Our biggest fights, I tell her I did not leave my parents' house and go to the bars to talk to me, my mother. No, I did not go through all that to be treated that way. And then she'd make up to me and be so sweet, and I think, it's just hard for them. We femmes are allowed to cry and fuss and carry on, and they think they're not allowed to. As much as they might want to, they think they always have to be the strong one. You wouldn't think it if you know me now, but I tried to give it up once. I had a rough breakup, and I told myself, this is it. I've had enough. She is the last one, and I'm going to go be with a man now. The way my mother, the church, the way everyone said it should be. I was young and scared, and I thought, who am I to go against the whole world? I'm different from them. Now, I swore I would be good. I would not set foot in a gay girl bar again. Maybe I was different from some of these gals. Maybe I could find an easier way. That was wrong. All night, I feel like the air between us is. She's staying in one of the rooms above the bar. Gay girls, touring showgirls, and people who can't get their lovers home. The only chair sits facing me. She hands in the chair sits facing me. She hands leans in listening. We know each other. I put my hand over her wallet and then muscled the skirt and says, "Is this okay, baby? Can I touch you?" Yes. She slides her hands up my legs, and I want that touch again and again. As femmes, we found a way to create ourselves from one land, but created another. The minute you bring your butch into the same gathering, the whole thing changes. I feel very defensive. I could count on her in a physical confrontation. I feel like I'm a barrier between her and straight society because I know how much straight society could hurt her. Just with words or looks. I feel very. So, I'll fight for us both. it took me in my community, nurtured my family, but it was all alone. Some of what this teenage me talks about in stores. How far we've come with how very far at all. How binary genders are assumed to be and look masculine. How hip lines keep coming up with the same. The community is still so profoundly screwed up about trans women and and what could be better than that?
The law used to state that nobody can sue homosexuals because they were undesirable characters.
The conspicuous flag of rebellion. For all these women, I just knew my mind that I wanted.
Position of the best attributes.
Love, courage, autonomy. We exiled ourselves from one land, but created another.
That lived within the heart of moon. All to see my secret now became impatience to be free. So I told the friendly star the way that dreamers often do. Just a wonderful, just a wonderful you. And why?
That's all, folks. Thanks, guys. Was it a little spotty? Internet-wise.
Around
whatever.
20 minutes in, people stopped being able to see it, really. So, like, I was having a lot of trouble, too, trying to stream it. So, I also just started recording this because I wasn't sure if that
Oh, that's
recording was
nice.
gonna work.
Thanks. I feel like it was a rehearsal.